We're gonna call you B.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and you already know what we're going to do. You already know what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about it. I haven't been this excited since Rise of the Beast. Like, honestly. A lot of people were like, oh, it's so kiddie. It looks, childish, so forth. I don't see what you're seeing. I must have saw a different trailer. I think the animation is on point. I think, like, I've watched the trailer over and over and over, just like I do with any trailer of, like, Transformers. I probably watched it like 30, 40 times so far. Just trying to catch little things and little details and little, extra shots of who else might be in the movie. I can tell you now, my Combiner Wars Alita that I've kept this long and purposefully didn't buy the other versions of her will be replaced when this Alita 1 toy comes out. First and foremost, let me just say that Scarlett Johansson as Alita 1, hearing it today made a huge difference. I remember seeing like the leaks of who was voicing who when I had my concerns. Basically with Michael Keegan being Bumblebee, but seeing the trailer that he's the comic relief as always, I think it works. I think Chris Hemsworth did a great job as Ryan. Ryan Tyree Henry did an amazing job as a young Megatron. It is what it is. That's just my opinion. I think this is going to be amazing. I think this movie is probably going to do better than Rise of the Beast. And again, no slight to Rise of the Beast. I loved it. Obviously, I got and I can't wait for Walmart to go ahead and put up the display. I want the Transformers 1 display already. And it will be in here because Walmart loves to give me that kind of stuff. Also, last night I dropped pictures that the studio series Transformers 1 Optimus Prime had dropped last night. Well, guess what? It's on Amazon right now for pre-order. I love the fact that the movie comes out in September. If you are not my age and you were not alive in 1986 when the Transformers movie came out, it was in September that the movie dropped. It's a bunch of little Easter eggs in the trailer. I caught quite a few. I love the fact that they're bringing in the Quintessons again, as we said the other day. This is going to be the year of the Quintessons. They're the threat in Reactivate. They're the threat in TF1. They've made a huge comeback. I think that they're following some of the different storylines and timelines where eventually the Autobots and Decepticons work together to fight the Quintessons or whoever. You know what I mean? I think that day is coming. It may not be this year, might not be the next 5 years, but I think in time there's going to be an era where they're both together, like the IDW days. They're going to be working together to fight something else. But as far as this trailer, we see Alpha Trion, we see Transformation Cogs, which apparently they have 1 million of them because obviously all of these people have to transform at some point. So everybody's going to have to get one. We see Starscream, Shockwave, Soundwave all together in the group, the group shot, you know what I mean? The money shot. That they always show, which is awesome. I can't wait to see how Megatron meets Starscream, Shockwave, and Soundwave, like how they do that. Like, there's so many questions, but they're all good. They're all good questions. Like, again, I don't see, and like, a lot of people are like, oh, what's going to be directed towards children? I don't really think so. Not with Bumblebee cussing. I don't think I know the world is crazy nowadays, but I don't think I don't think this is aimed for people teenage and up. I had a dude come out the other day. Shout out to you, Mr. Cruz, if you're watching this, because I know you subscribe. I watch you subscribe in the front yard. But I had a guy come out and look at my roof, and he was telling me, I showed him, my studio, and he was like, man, the first movie for me was the 2007 movie. And I'm sitting there thinking like, wow, so, these movies really do really do make a difference in people's lives later on, because he was like, the first movie for me was a 2007 movie, and then I loved the second one, third one, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking the same with Transformers 1. This is going to be another movie that yet kicks off a whole nother generation. 20 years from now, 40 years from now, people are going to be looking at TF1 the way I look at the 86 movie. I'll be 80 some years old talking about, oh, you don't even know Youngblood in the 86. You know, he had the greatest Transformers movie ever. I think that's what TF1 is going to do. Just like the 2007 movie. It's going to kick off a whole new generation. So, but anyway, I got up, around 11:15ish, and was like, oh yeah, the space shuttle launch or whatever. Well, apparently they launched a drone. It was a drone that went up 125,000 feet, and it was cool looking. But then when they showed the trailer, they showed it literally from space on another little. I'll show you. I'll put the video up, but it was cool and it's very different. Who's done that for a movie before? Nobody. So they go into the trailer, and like I said, it starts off with Optimus and Megatron, Orion Pax and D16 talking. And then, you meet Bumblebee, you meet Alita, you see this scene that they were talking about where the background is beautiful and colorful and vibrant. And then you see another shot, which is reminiscent to the mall of Unicron, but it's not so far. Of them like in an underground cavern, and they're like, why can't we go up? Why can't we be up there? And they're saying how dangerous it is. And then, we see, like I said, we see Alpha Trion give them the transformation cogs. Everybody learns how to transform. Another little shout out, little homage to the Walmart toys missing their heads. Optimus halfway transforms while running. He's like, where's my head at? That was awesome. Alita has the action scene of the trailer where she comes in as her Cybertronian motorcycle. Again, we'll be getting that toy. Cybertronian motorcycle, she does the jazz spin around, transform, kick the gun out, aim. It was amazing. I'm just being honest. It was amazing. Sorry, Alita, but your days are numbered up there with the gang. You're going to be a jet for life, or I'll mess around and repaint you into somebody else. But yeah, that Alita will be the one that shows up in here in September. Well, let's say, so toy's supposed to come out in September, so August, because you know how Hasbro does. And I'm thinking, for those of you who are still wondering about Reactivate, I think that this is where all the marketing went. Once they're done with the marketing of TF1, gets this whole new crowd of people watching, this whole new, generation of younger people, older people, people of my age that will be there to see the movie, then they'll bring in Reactivate, I think, unless they do it before the movie. Either way, it's still promised to come this year. It's just whether it's going to be before TF1 or after. Like I said, I'm sticking to what I said, that it would be like an October, November, Thanksgiving kind of release. Once September, October, yeah, I say like November, because you got to give TF1 at least 2 months, 3 months, depending on how it does, to die down. And then you get this whole new group of people that are watching it, that's wanting to do something or continue Transformers somehow. Boom, then Reactivate comes out. And then you got that way you go from the origin stories to the future. You know what I mean? Now Earth is over with. You know what I mean? Depending on, again, and that all depends on how the end of TF1 goes. Is this going to be a trilogy? Probably. I can't see why it wouldn't be. You got all these big name stars. These people don't do just one movie. You know what I mean? None of them. Scarlett Johansson, Keegan Michael Key, Brian Tyree Henry, Chris Hemsworth. You ever seen them do one Avengers? No, they did like 12. So I don't see them signing on to do one movie. You know what I mean? Unless at the end of Transformers 1, he does become Optimus, who is voiced by Peter Cullen. We'll see. But either way, I loved it. I thought the trailer was amazing. I thought everything of it. I have no complaints. I have zero complaints. If anything, when I heard it was going to be made by Josh Cooley, the gentleman who did Toy Story 4, a lot of people were concerned that it was going to be like a mushy, kind of softer, kind of cartoon vibe to it. I didn't get that at all. I didn't get that at all. I see war coming. I see fire. I see explosions. Somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. It's inevitable. You know, it's a Transformers movie. How do you not? Somebody's gonna die. Or if they don't die, they'll come back later. And lastly, I love how they show you the progression of B-127 to him becoming Bumblebee, and then they give him the gold bug mask. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have to do your homework when you watch this movie to catch all of the Easter eggs. I'm waiting on New Rockstars to do one. But it's going to be phenomenal. From what I witnessed, that 3-minute trailer that I witnessed this morning, I thought it was phenomenal. I really did, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. And again, like I said, if you missed it in the beginning of the video, Optimus is up on Amazon right now. Studio series Transformers 1 Optimus is ready for pre-order right now. So anyway, it's your buddy the 14th Prime. I just want to give you my 10 minutes and 58 seconds worth of thoughts on this incredible trailer. I think it's amazing. I thought it looked amazing. I hope we see like Blaster and you know more. Obviously, it's a G1 movie. Obviously, because it's an origin story. So I hope we see a lot more G1 people get their transformation cog. I want to see Sunstreaker. I want to see Sideswipe, Ironhide, Ratchet. I want to see the Seekers, which we did. We did get. Oh, and we saw Black Arachnia or Arachnid in this trailer. So like they showed a good bit. They showed a very good bit of people. But we might even see like a Metroplex or, you know, one of the city bots, Omega Supreme. You know, what if there's combiners? You know what I mean? Like the possibilities are endless because it's a new story. Well, but not necessarily new, but it's a new telling of an old story. And I'm all here for it. It's your buddy the 14th Prime.